Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Subhash Chandra. In this video, I am going to discuss about the piping job opportunities in Gulf countries, and the Gulf countries that I am going to list are United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, Qatar, Saudi, Oman and Bahrain. These are the 6 countries which are known to be much safer for all working professionals who wanted to make a good career with decent salary packages. So before going to the subject, let's have a few words about the course which I have launched in my website recently. And the course is actually intended to teach you pipe routing for oil and gas process piping design basically. So this course will help you to understand how one should route a line from design engineer point of view, and what kind of guidelines that you have to follow, what kind of parameters that you have to analyze basically in order to make your design confirmations. So this course will actually help you to understand the various areas in process plant design. The course that I have made is not copied from any other books or anywhere. It is from the true working experience of 16 years from my own experience. So this course will really help you to improve your knowledge in piping design. For now, let's get into our subject. So let's understand what are the different types of piping jobs available in Gulf. So the first one that I would say is piping design engineer, you all know that, and then piping stress engineers, and piping material engineers, and piping construction engineers, and piping project engineers. So of which all these 5 categories have different experience qualifications and different requirements from different parties basically. So here in this video, I wanted to give you some wholesome idea about how you have to take this decision carefully. So let's say these are the 5 opportunities you have as a piping engineers before coming to the Gulf. So you have to choose this any particular field and you have to improve your experience accordingly. So when it comes to experience, how much experience is required to get into a good job with a decent salary package? The first thing that I wanted to share with you is that you need to have at least 5 years of solid minimum experience in order to get into the decent job with the decent salary packages. You can ask me, what happens if I come with experience lesser than 5? See, you may or you may not get into the good jobs with a good salary, because according to my experience and my observation, I have seen very less people with less than 5 experience got into a good job, because there are chances that you will be put into different places where you are not interested at all actually. Because the company know you are just flexible to handle, because you are just a fresher. You may have 6 months of experience or 1 year of experience, so they can play with you. But if you have 5 years of experience, you are considered to be a technical person, so that you can make your own choice. You can decide the company. You will be able to understand the work process. You will be able to understand the job criteria, and you will give the interviews accordingly. So you will also get a good packages basically. So basically the recommendation is that you should have at least 5 years of minimum experience to get into a good salary packages in Gulf, because a lot of people got into a trap and they may not be able to come out of it due to various visa issues and all actually. So better have some good experience from India and then come to Gulf to develop your career basically. So we have seen the types and we have seen the experience. So now let's understand about the salary. How much salary you can expect from Gulf countries. So basically if you analyze using a Google search engine, you will get some figures actually. So those are considered to be an average industrial salary packages. Say for an example, a piping engineer with 5 years of experience will approximately can get between 1 lakh to 2 lakh. This is from the internet data that I am talking about actually. But it varies from companies to company. That is what I wanted to tell you. Say for an example, you take some position. Let's take the same example of a piping engineer with 5 years of experience. As per industrial average, you will be getting 1 lakh, between 1 lakh to 2 lakhs. But here the difference is that if you go to the client companies are known to be the owners and the producers or basically an operators who will have this oil and gas field and production field and process plant, the whole unit of refinery. So these companies will generally pay much higher than the other engineering companies. So these are the producers basically. They have a lot of selling units. They make big money. They make big profit than the other engineering companies. Basically, other engineering companies are relying upon the project from the clients. So if you are able to get into the client jobs, you will be paid much higher than the industrial average. I mean, let's say the same example. If your average is between 1 lakh to 2 lakh, if you go to a client company, you will get 2 lakhs to 3 lakhs. So the difference is actually huge basically. So if you at the same time, if you go to the smaller companies or middle level companies, actually you will not be paid even the industrial average. So please keep this in mind before going to the Gulf countries, because even in Gulf countries there are companies who give much lesser salary than compared to than compared to industrial average salaries actually. So only if you get into the client companies or big engineering companies. If you get into big engineering companies such as Technip and Petrofac, these companies will offer you a good salaries basically. These are just an example. There are n number of big companies are available actually. But this is, I'm just giving you an example because you have to differentiate the salaries from client perspective and engineering contractor, big engineering contractor perspective, and then the small companies actually. If you get into a small company and expect a big salary, it's a blunder actually. This is how the industry works. You have to understand this actually. And the last one that I wanted to discuss about is that whether is it good to go to Gulf in order to make a career. So here we have to understand one important thing basically. See, the Gulf countries, they take expats, the knowledgeable expats, and the knowledge they basically buy from outside just because they don't have. So they are only going for the people whom they don't have within them actually. But nowadays the education has gone to such a level that even in Gulf countries, a lot of people have very good experience and they have very good knowledge actually. They are capable to handle, and slowly the market is booming up from the nationalities basically. So the companies, they prefer more to the national people, their own people, instead of going to an expat. But here the difference is that if the national people meets the skills and the experience requirements of the expats, definitely the company will give more opportunities for their own people, right? So this is what we have to understand. The current condition over Gulf is that actually, please do not go with an illusion that you will stay there for a longer period of time, like 15 years or 20 years. You should have such an idea that you make quick money for a year, between 5 years and 10 years, and come back to India, and then you continue your dream actually. But if you are planning to go with a longer terms, right now the situation is so that the local nationals also are growing up better than expats, and they take a lot of opportunities actually. This is very much true. So when you go to a Gulf, you will miss out the opportunities, such as you cannot get into a permanent position. Even if you get into a permanent position, the duration is not guaranteed, because you will be staying as long as that your position will be replaced by the local people. So this is what you have to understand before making a decision to go to Gulf actually. You have to find the companies, you have to find the roles, you have to see the experience, and you have to see whether the company is paying good salary or not. You have to see whether you have a prospects, you have a future in Gulf or not. Only then it will help you in a longer time, otherwise it won't help you. So I believe that this video will help you to understand a bit about the Gulf opportunities. So I will meet you in another fantastic video. Until then, bye from Subhash Chandra.